Welcome to the 162nd Temple Israel Congregational Celebration. As we all know, our temple has a long and proud history. This great congregation has its roots embedded in the vision of a handful of families who gathered together 163 years ago to give Judaism a future in Memphis. Today, more than 8 generations later, our congregation of more than 1,400 families is not only a leader in our nation's Reform Jewish movement, but it's also the home to over 60% of the Jewish community in Memphis. We're a congregation that has had a remarkable heritage of outstanding and inspirational clergy, as well as a congregation graced with visionaries who have led Temple Israel into becoming a religious institution that has had a significant impact on our future as well as that of the greater Memphis community. I'm honored to be entrusted with the leadership of such a historically significant synagogue. I truly believe that I stand on the shoulders of the leaders who came before me, like my predecessor, Jonathan, and of course, my father, Rudy Scheidt. I'm humbled to be the president of a congregation that touches so many lives. Temple is our spiritual home. It's where we pray. It's where we celebrate. It's where we mourn. It's where we find solace. It's where we find balance in our busy lives. But Temple is so much more. It's where we learn, volunteer, and most importantly, Temple is the foundation of our Jewish community. My Jewish journey to this bema tonight was predictable. I attended religious school at this temple, like so many others. I celebrated my bar mitzvah in the old temple at Poplar in Montgomery. I was confirmed here and graduated from Temple, making all sorts of lifelong friends along the way. I also remember services as a child, listening to Rabbi Wax remind us that we had a moral responsibility to stand up against hatred and bigotry. And Rabbi Harry Danziger, who reminded us that prayer and tradition are important to the foundation of our Judaism. And we continue to strengthen our Jewish bond as Rabbi Micah Greenstein leads us with a message filled with hope, spirituality, and goodwill. Passover is one of the most observed holidays in our religion. It has so many messages that ring true to us, such as freedom, hope, triumph, and struggle, to name a few. But this evening, I want to focus on leadership. Moses led our people against impossible odds at his own peril. I'm not standing here to say that I'm going to guide you to freedom, and I certainly don't plan to guide you through the desert for 40 years. But I do want to take this opportunity to recognize the great lay leaders who have volunteered their time and counsel over the last 162 years. Without their efforts, we would not be here today. I specifically like to highlight the amazing leadership of our most recent presidents, Paula Jacobson and Jonathan Frisch. Paula, I know the big line around here is the best job at Temple is immediate past president because you're almost done. But Paula, I'm sure you have mixed feelings about this. You have devoted so much time and have such a passion for Temple, and you've done so much sacred work. Your presence here will certainly be missed. But I know you're only a phone call, text, or email away. Jonathan, it's an understatement to say how much I've enjoyed serving as your senior vice president. I've learned so much from you. Your leadership has been incredible, and you achieved so much in the last 2 years, from launching our very important Kazakh campaign to the hiring of Rabbi Wallner, Rabbi Feivel Strauss, and Abby Strauss. You know the value of collaboration and organization. You possess the enviable knack of being able to get things done. I hope I can bring these skills to the table during my term as president. Temple has always been a beacon of light in our community. We always have sought to engage, educate, and inspire. Our clergy team has been at the forefront of this effort. Rabbi Micah is among the most dynamic leaders in the Reform Jewish movement, who has been with us at Temple for an incredible and fruitful 25 years. His energy and passion are unparalleled. As he leads our congregation, he also brings so much goodwill from the Memphis Jewish community to the greater Memphis community. He packs them in at the annual Calvary Lenten series, and now he represents us all as a national board member of the NAACP. I could go on and on about Rabbi Micah, but it would take more than my allotted time to say it all. So I say thank you, Micah, for all that you do, wherever you are. Rabbi Katie Bowman has been with us for 7 years and has enthralled us with her beautiful voice and soulful sermons. Her excellent efforts with our youth and how we Jewishly educate our children will help us to ensure that the youngest among us will one day be sitting where you are tonight. Rabbi Katie's contributions to our temple are often quiet, but they're always invaluable. Our newest clergy members, Rabbi Wallner, Rabbi Strauss, and cantorial soloist Abby Strauss, have been here about a year, and their impact has been significant. Ask anyone who's listened to Rabbi Bess's sermons or saw her as Bester in Purimspiel, studied under Rabbi Feivel, or whose Shabbat has been elevated by the music of Abby. They will all tell you how complete they believe our clergy team is. Our executive director, Stacy Canales, is the center of all that happens here. She works tirelessly with her amazing staff to make sure everything meets our satisfaction, which, trust me, is no easy task. Our leadership is strong, but our congregation is not without challenges. Our membership isn't growing. Our young people simply aren't moving back to Memphis like they used to. And many people who are here are not affiliating. Simply put, demographics are not working in our favor. Clearly, these trends could change, but Temple hasn't sat idly by as these trends have developed. Financially, we've launched the Chazak campaign, a truly visionary effort to dramatically increase our endowment. This will help ensure the stability of our community long into the future, hopefully the next 162 years. I want to thank again Billy Orgel and Nancy Robinson for their efforts in leading this campaign. Also, there were many behind-the-scenes volunteers that made this happen. But I especially want to thank Paula Jacobson and especially Rabbi Greenstein for their invaluable guidance and the time they spent on this historically significant endeavor. Most importantly, I want to thank you, our congregation, for sharing our vision for the future by contributing to this campaign. It's impossible to imagine a Memphis Jewish community without a vibrant Temple Israel. We've also created many programs to meet these needs, such as TI Fellows and TI Connect, created to attract young adults. We have reinvigorated the Early Learning Center under the leadership of Jamie Baer to better engage young families. We have reorganized religious school and our youth programs under the leadership of Rabbi Bess, Julie Fortune, and Jackie Evans, as we know our children are our future. We've also taken our adult education efforts to a new level under the direction of Rabbi Feivel Strauss to inspire our largest demographic group. At Temple, programs have always been important, but the real key to our continued success always has been our members, our congregation. It goes without saying that each of you make Temple very special. So tonight, I challenge each of you to become an ambassador. Let's work to expand and engage our Jewish community. Come to Temple, get involved, volunteer, bring a friend to Shabbat services. When you're at Temple, say hello to someone you don't know. Invite a new member for coffee, lunch, or dinner. Help us engage someone who is unaffiliated. You get the idea. If we together do these little things, not only will it help Temple defy our demographic challenges and grow our community, but it'll enrich all of our lives as well. Before I step off this beam tonight to get to work as Temple's president, I want to recognize a few more people, my family. Laurie, my bride, and best friend since childhood. We met 40 years ago at a bar mitzvah. How appropriate is that? You've been with me almost as long as Temple has been in my life, and I appreciate every second of it. You're a fantastic partner who took me on, and my whole family on, no small task, with ease. Even though you didn't grow up at Temple, you now share my passion and love for this great Jewish institution. More importantly, we share 3 wonderful children that are here tonight, Logan, Mimi, and Amanda. I love you all. I appreciate your patience sharing my Temple time. And of course, my mom and dad, who I'm so fortunate are here tonight. They had a huge influence in creating and molding my Jewish identity. They taught me by example what it means to be Jewish. They instilled within me those core Jewish values of compassion and integrity. My father and mother believed deeply in our responsibility as Jews to make our world a better place to live. So tonight, I want to say to my mother and father, thank you. Thank you for the example you set, not just for me, but for everyone here tonight. To the Temple Israel Board of Trustees and Executive Committee, thank you for putting your trust in me. And to the Temple and Temple's entire congregation, thank you for all you do to make our congregation strong. And to our clergy and staff, thank you for your wisdom and your support. I look forward to working with all of you. Please join me as our late congregational leader and philanthropist Abe Plow said, and do the most good for the most people. Shabbat Shalom.